I'm speaking to you if this is your first rodeo, meaning maybe this is your first time involved in what the press call conspiracy theories. Maybe you're new at this. Maybe you've been brought on board, what I like to call part of the Candace Owens Reform Party. Maybe by virtue of what's happening to Charlie and these crazy stories, maybe you've opened your eyes in terms of how they've lied to you. Maybe you're in the position right now where you're seeing something which unless you see it for the first time, you can't believe it's happening. There are people out there who love to lie to your face, okay? They how do I say this? They want you to actually, how do I say this? They want you to believe stories which are so far-fetched. And I saw this during my course, listen, since the days of 9/11. Remember, this is 25 years ago this year. 25 years ago. And we had to go through seeing buildings fall in free fall speed on their own footprint with evidence of controlled demolition and explosions and squibs and everything you can imagine. And they look at you and they say, oh, no, this was jet fuel. And it weakened the beams and the support structure. We've been through this. We went through lies as far as JFK. My whole life has been one lie after another. And what's interesting is that you might find yourself thinking to yourself, how do they think we're stupid? I don't know if they think you're stupid, but I think what they do is, believe it or not, and again, these are just my suppositions, my beliefs, but I think they want us to, how do I say this? I think they want you to become acclimated to this, to be conditioned to just being told, oh, okay. And they look at you right in the straight in the eye, and they say, no, that's not what happened. Same thing with Epstein. Bill Barr did it. Cash Patel, Cashless Patel. Cash, bless his heart. Cash, what are you going to say about Cash? Cash, Bongina, the usual suspects. They look at you and they say, oh, no, that's it. Even Trump says something. I think Trump says what he has to say. He doesn't know what. But you might not have known this. You might say, well, I suspected. But the two important pieces of evidence from forensic experts, and the great Dr. Michael Baden pointed this out and others, up to and including Epstein's family. By the way, you notice how Epstein's brother looks like Lester Holt. Have you noticed this? It's the damnedest thing. But they want you to just accept this lunacy. And once the mainstream media hear the story, they want you to repeat it, just like with the offing of Charlie. Charlie, they want you to believe that he was somehow connected, Tyler Robinson was connected to a rifle where there's no evidence it was shot at all. Maybe unless in the last 100 years. So what they do is they do this over and over and over and over and over again. And they love to, it's almost like, do you believe me or my lying eyes? The whole Groucho thing. They get ready if you're involved in this, and you have to not get insulted, not get, not be offended. What you're being told about the war in Iran is so, you can't even spend 5 minutes looking at alternative news sources or foreign media. You won't even recognize it. They lie to you. They think you're a child. They think they can tell you, like, nothing to see here. Why? Because I said so. You know how you lie sometimes to kids. Where's my joy? No, it's not there. It isn't. They do it. And I think it's twofold. First of all, they have contempt for you, the media and the government and everything. And also I think they want to habituate you more and more to the idea of just accepting what they're saying. So, two things happen. Number one. The hyoid bone, if you drop your finger down to below your mandible, below your jaw, in the back, go all the way to the back, behind your throat here, or actually, it's the only bone that's not connected to anything. It's just kind of floating. And in order for you to fracture it, you need either a clothesline or some really severe, like a automobile accident or something, or constriction and strangulation, anterior to posterior strangulation to crack it. I mean, really crack it. Taking ligature, imagine a tie or a strip of cloth, putting it around your neck, suspending yourself is not going to shatter the hyoid bone and the thyroid cartilage. Another fracture. Thyroid cartilage, hyoid bone, classic, textbook, 100% medical school forensic pathology 101. Absolutely. Wrapping something around this area, got to be careful, and suspending yourself is not going to shatter anything. I want you to look at some open. Do this yourself now. I'm giving you an assignment. I want you to go and look up Tartaglione, Tartaglione. This was the police officer who was charged with killing 4 people on some drug deal. It was a bad cop. Buried these folks on his body, on his property, and he was looking at the death penalty. This was his roommate. Do some further research and just go to ChatGPT or anything else for that matter. Just put on. Has there ever? What were the accusations made of Charlie? Excuse me, of Jeffrey Epstein and his prior roommate. Read how this area was roughed up. How they found ligature there. This guy is real good at the garrote, apparently. It screams at you. So they get this guy who's looking at the death penalty. They put him in a room with Jeffrey, and they didn't get him the first time. Maybe they got him the second time. Either way, that's the person. It is beyond evident what happened. It is beyond evident. It is beyond obvious. Stop it. Stop lying. But they're not done yet. Then you get this phony baloney note. This note. And you're thinking, do they have any kind of respect at all for me? Nope. Nope. No respect at all. It's something that absolutely, positively just makes you say, my God, they just don't, they think I'm a child. This barely legible letter was allegedly written by his then cellmate, Nicholas Tartaglione. But they investigated me for months, found nothing. So 16-year-old charge results. It is a treat to be able to choose one's time to say goodbye. What you want me to do, bust out crying, no fun, not worth it. Written by his then cellmate. How, by definition, do you have a suicide note written by someone else? What is he, your amanuensis, your scribe? Do you see what they are doing? How many levels? Contradicts medical science, contradicts forensic findings, and now the note is written by someone else. And I'm a conspiracy theorist. They're treating you like an idiot. I want you to fight back. I want you to go on X. And I want everybody listening to me, whenever you see something, to cry bullshit. They're trying to feed you the story that Tyler Robinson is the assassin when they can't even come up with how Charlie was actually dispatched. The 30-06 round. This is not consistent. What is this whole? Was this his directional mic? I don't know. You cry bullshit anytime you want. Anytime. That wasn't, they keep saying, well, he confessed. He didn't confess. Do you see what they do? They just say things. No, he didn't. Yes, he did. No. And cable news, who are absolutely, these are sock puppet proxies. The sock puppet media do exactly what they are told to do. They don't make any bones about it. They are there to repeat the same story. They say that geoengineering or if chemtrails is a conspiracy theory. They just make things up. How we've decimated the Iranian army and navy, and they're decimated, and they will say anything. They're not repeaters, they're reporters. And they also want you to keep saying, what about the files? There is nothing. Stop saying the Epstein files. There are no files. There are no UFO files. There's pictures. There's a limited hangout evidence. This intel phrase for this, a little bit of an introductory kind of a marginal sort of an intro, like, well, this'll kind of do, maybe. This will do, this. I don't even know where, and I mean this, I don't even know where to start, where to begin. And again, if you're new to this, you might have never, ever listened to me and my colleagues. You might have thought we're crazy. And I understand that. Because what we're saying is you can almost bet that I will tell you that the news that you're being told is not correct, is not the truth. You are lied to. Lying is like a symphony. They're the Leonard Bernstein of symphony of librettos and arias, and I mean they are the Philharmonic of deception. They're the Philharmonic of mendacity and legerdemain and obfuscation. They lie to you, and they love it. They love mocking you because they think you're going to believe this. A suicide note written by someone else. By definition, that ain't a note. Unless he took dictation, which is absurd. But and you'll never hear anybody on Fox News or anybody saying, now, wait a minute, hold it. What's going on here? These are the people who listen to Lindsey Graham and don't bat an eye. They don't bat an eye. They'll listen to General Jack Keane. Oh my God. I am not slack jaws. I'm gobsmacked. My jaw drops. I'm thinking, my God. I don't understand this. They're the ones who report that Erica Kirk receives an honorary PhD for what? Before Hillsdale College, this little girl dingbat, this kind of a dense wannabe social climber, professional widow. I don't know what you want to. I don't know what to call it. But this story, it still keeps making its rounds, and people keep saying, what are we going to do about the Epstein files? Marjorie Taylor Greene, MTG, says, I don't care about the UFOs. I want the Epstein files. Stop saying the Epstein files. It's over. Because one of the main reasons why your government, it's not really your government, it's pockets of intel or special interest. If you let's say, are in, whether it's the Trump administration or the current CIA or whatever it is, and I've got somebody, let's say, for example, I have, for the sake of argument, Bill Gates doing everything from, you name it, vivisection to frottage to undanism on cacti, whatever. And I've got the most absolutely clear-cut evidence of his depravity and victimization. What they're going to want to do is they're going to say, I'm not going to release this. Let it out. Bill Gates is not going to go to prison. Let me take it. Let me continue not the grift, but the blackmail, the extortion. Let me have it. No, Pam Bondi, no, Marjorie Taylor Greene, we're not going to release this because I'm the owner of this blackmail now. I can get favors out of him now. This is hard to come by. You want me to release this to you? For what? What do you want to do? What? Nothing's going to happen. But if whoever we are, if I control this information, then I'm able to use it for me. And when we're done with Epstein, who was nothing, he was really more of a gun runner and a money launderer. That's really what he was about. There are people over and above him, oh my God, at levels you can't even imagine. It's like comparing a street thug to the mafia, to Lucky Luciano. It's another world completely. And you think they're going to release this? It's that kind of stuff. You need to reassess everything. But for purposes of this exercise, the first thing you're going to reassess is this nonsense about a note and appreciate the fact that they think you're an idiot. Do you hear what I'm saying? They think you are an idiot, but you're not. You know exactly what's going on. And you have to get online and tell them, I know what you're doing. I know the con. I know what you're doing. And call bullshit. That's exactly what you have to do. Over and over. And do that to Fox and CNN and everybody else. We want to destroy their credibility by calling out every time they lie to us. It's a daunting job because you're going to be doing it all the time. Once they stop the lies, I'm not saying that lies don't exist, but once they realize we can't fool these people anymore, it changes the direction of everything. I'm telling you. We need you. Join our army, so to speak, and fight back. And call it the way you see it. Go after cable news, go after politicians, and go after people. But also understand the reality of how this thing works. And thank you, my friends. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell when you're notified, so you can be notified of live streams and new videos. And whatever you do, comment as you see fit, especially with the questions I have for you in the comment section. As soon as you hear this and you like it and you subscribe, go and answer. I've got some 5 good questions just to kind of get you into the game.